Hello everyone, I'm Boyan and today we are dismembering The Quiet Earth. Before we begin, this video contains a lot of spoilers. If you want to see the movie, do it before watching this video. I'm not a professional movie critic. Would I be able to make a better movie? No, I just do this because it is fun. On to the movie. So here we meet Zach Hobson. He wakes up and calls his workplace, but there's no one there. He goes to the nearby gas station, but there's no one there either. In fact, the toilet is locked despite it being empty. He visits someone's place, but it appears that people have vanished. Stoves are turned on faucets are flooding the houses. Throughout the city there are many signs of complete abandonment. He even sees a crashed plane, with all the seatbelts buckled, but no bodies. You know that you've done it bad when everyone's raptured except you. He goes to his presumed workplace, being Research Division of No Admission. There he checks the status of something called Project Flashlight. He goes to the control room and sees a co-worker who's clearly been staring at the Ark of the Covenant a moment too long. Zach listens to his own recorder, voicing his concerns over working on a project with such destructive capabilities. He concludes that he's probably the last man on Earth with the Project Flashlight malfunctioning, and goes to a radio station where he broadcasts his address and phone number, in the case there is someone left standing. He leaves messages across the city to the same effect. He gives in to his base impulses, like sleeping in a fancy house, collecting artwork, playing a sax on a rainy street, taking stuff and food from malls, driving a train. His sanity starts to slip, and he gives a rousing speech to cardboard cutouts, telling them that he has helped technology that he knew could be used for evil. During this speech, electricity fails completely citywide. He goes into a church and aims his shotgun at a crucifix, threatening God that he will shoot the kid unless he reveals himself. Once God fails to do so, he keeps shooting at the crucifix. You know, because somehow God is to blame for him directly participating in a dangerous project that wiped out humanity. Zach makes a power generator and supplies himself with seeds and tools. Suddenly, a woman barges into his compound. She's called Joanne, and for reasons yet unknown, she was left behind. They start investigating around, with Joanne going throughout hospitals, prisons, and other places where people might be hiding, avoiding possible human contact. Zach goes to fetch additional spellbooks and conducts a small experiment, which affects Joanne from far away. Zach concludes through science babble that, due to the effect of flashlight, which was intended to create an universal power grid, the universe has become highly unstable, and that it was that project that has done away with all the people and animals. One day Zach encounters Appy. He tries hiding Joanne from him, but she lets the cat out of the bag by calling Zach over the walkie-talkie. The two men go over to meet her donning her best Cyndi Lauper costume, and they all share a hearty embrace over finding another human being. Or Corona is over, I don't know, I'm pretty delirious myself. Appy says that he was certain that he was dead. He was fighting a man in bush, and after experiencing a rather standard near-death experience, he saw the man he was fighting disappear. He also saw a tunnel of red comforting light, which reminds Joanne that she had an exact same experience after being shocked by a faulty hairdryer. They come to the conclusion that they were spared of the effect because they died at the moment when it happened. As for Zach, he tried to kill himself over the guilt. During a jog, Joanne asks Appy why a man has tried to kill him. He responds by saying that he, Appy, killed the man's wife because it was necessary. Joanne storms off and gets into an argument with Zach, with him claiming that Sun is starting to become unstable. After an argument with Appy, Zach drives off north for further analysis of his findings, while Appy and Joanne chase after him. Appy and Zach reconcile their differences, and the trio decide to break into the no-admission compound and blow it all up before the next effect occurs. Small tremors of the effect are felt, distorting the reality. They break into an explosives warehouse with... an explosive? I mean, sure, I can't use a lighter on a gas station, but these guys can easily blow up a door to an explosives warehouse. During the drive, Joanne tells the whole story of Appy to Zach. His mate's wife fell in love with him, but he rejected her advances. She killed herself, with both Appy and his mate holding him responsible. Really could have phrased that better, Appy. They get close to the compound, but Zach detects dangerous microwaves around it. Zach leaves Appy and Joanne in the control tower to wait for him until he gets a remote control device which he plans to use on a truck. But that is only a ruse. He goes to the truck and rams it into the compound. As it starts sinking into the corridors below, he activates the explosive, there is an explosion of that vermilion light, and he wakes up to a strange landscape, with Saturn or a similar ringed planet rising, with the fate of Appy and Joanne unknown. Good sides of the movie: it is really an interesting movie to watch. The characters work and the dialogue, while sparse, is extremely witty at times. The soundtrack is amazing. Bad sides of the movie: shooting the crucifix. Could have done that in an alternative way. Also, the whole conflict over Appy supposedly murdering someone was really forced and unnecessary. I give this movie 4 out of 5 raptures. It is a good movie. Give it a watch and remember to subscribe. Also, I'm curious to know how you personally would react to everyone in the world but you disappearing. What would you do? What would be your survival strategy? You can see my answer in the pinned comment, but leave your comment before reading mine. Bye!